Hello. All right, you're out. Get out of here. You're done. You are done. Let's see what we got here today. Well, let me fix this situation over here. We gotta do this, that, and the other thing. Give me a minute here. I gotta take care of this thing here. Dean, what's the matter? You cold out there, my man? It's not cold. It's not cold. It's just there's snow. 842 feet of snow, but that's another story. Who's that? Truck, you going to sleep right now, Truck? Wait. Truck, you're going nonny nuns. Free Osada. What happened to Osada? Can you hear me back there? Delilah, can you hear me back there? SPK, what's going on? Give me a minute. We're coming on camera. Give me a second. The camera is on. The coffee is poured. We are starting, ladies and gentlemen, the 54th consecutive coffee talks here at the Social Club. We're going to be talking cocaine, Pablo Escobar, Mexico news. We're going to show a clip from Jimena, the lovely, wonderful Jimena. All right, Stony, mother, Tony, we're going to try not to curse today, but Stony can be a bad influence, so maybe we won't curse. SPK, good morning. Yeah. Yeah, you can call it yeah. All right. Yeah, dirty bastard, you. Where are we? Let me move this thing out of the way here. Let's fix this thing up right there. Yeah. Let's get rid of the banner. SPK, hope you're well. What you doing out there, cuz? We got, where is it? Hold on, let me put it up there. Media assets. Here we go. Where's Escobar? Right there. Now you got Pablo Escobar, episode 54 for 2026. Look at him as a young man. Couldn't he just open a deli or something instead of getting involved in this mess of a trade? I mean, come on, Pablo. You could have done a little better than that. All right. Oh, there's SBK right there. There he is. All right, let's go up to the top here. Let's see who we got hanging out this morning. Have a little coffee on a snow day. Adam Cavour, Tony. Hey, teacher, coming in? Yes, good to see you. Arlene, hello, Arlene. Big Small, good morning to you. Right down the line here. Right down the line, SPK is right there. Speaking of Pablo, haven't slept yet. Okay. All right, Dindu. This just waked me up. It's freezing out. All right. Trock is doing what Trock does. Osada is right there. Dindu, taste the biscuit. All right. Delilah's right there. Good morning, Tommy. Okay, Trock is going to sleep. Good night, Trock. Go ahead. Not the clam chair. I'm not in the clam chair. I stayed in the suburbs. I got to get out there with the snowblower right after this. No problem. But it is, in fact, heart attack weather. Heart attack snow, so that's a problem. Delilah saying hello. Teacher, gumadre. All right. James Simpson, good morning to you, sir. We hope that you are well. Fun time yesterday on Dean Deuce channel. We always have a good time out there. I'm not in the clam chair. I'm in the gaming chair. We're at the coffee shop in the snow. Shut up. Look at the snow, guys. Come on. And the Serenity Prayer, as always. As always, we got the Serenity Prayer with us. Now, when you use the virtual background, if you move too fast, it moves. Look what happens. Hello. I posted ideas from my upstairs deck. You posted. Okay. We probably got about 1.5 feet over here right now. We are talking cocaine today, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to show a couple of clips. Pablo Escobar. This one in Mexico, that there's an uprising out there in Mexico right now. It's crazy. Big problems. We're not talking cocaine. It just happened to be that Pablo Escobar was on the roster to talk about today, and we have these happenings out there in Mexico. God bless these people. You know, innocent people get caught up in the mix, right? Guys, just got to make sure you grab it. You are nuts. Our grill gazes got wrecked. Well, let me explain to you something, guys. Yeah, first things first, let's send some prayers out. CG2, wherever you are out there, prayers out to you. Jimena, prayers out to you. Yes, of course. Stephen Morinella, I don't know where you are on the road if you're out there. Mikey, if you're traveling, please be careful. Oh, you're a deli and gazebo. Oh, man. Your grill gazebo. Your grill gazebo. Can I ask you a question, Delilah? Is that a fixed fixture? Hello, Joey Dell. Or is that a is it a fixed fixture or is it with the cloth top? Because if it's with the cloth top, I'm going to have to yell at you. I'm going to condemn you. Okay. I'm going to condemn you. Hello, Silent One. Good morning, Brian Courvoisier. If you have a cloth one that should be taken down in the winter, I'm going to condemn you this morning. Yes, it is screwed into the deck and it's not tilted. And it's now tilted like it's doing a dance. Okay, so, it's not a cloth top. It's a fixed one. Screwed into the deck, I understand. That's the feet. What about the top? Is it cloth? So it's the braces. All right. Oh, man, that's terrible. Well, listen, we went through 3 of them here, so the frame is wonky now. It tilted over. It might have bent. Okay, then it bent. Sorry. I know. What a crazy. Great Olympics, though, SPK. Great Olympics. Really nice. We had a good Olympic. You have to take it down. No. If it is cloth, you must take it down. Listen to me. A friend of mine owns a hotel in Lavallette, New Jersey. You know what he did? He uncovered the pool. He took the pool cover off the pool and let all the snow go into the pool instead of putting 15 inches of snow on the cover. We're all good. We're well. Well, now you learned a lesson. Maybe get a fixed top one. It's worth it to build it. Yeah, they did. It was great, SPK. Both the men's and women's hockey grabbed the gold. It was nice to watch yesterday. What a great game. And the Jersey Devil pulled it off. How do you like that? A devil from New Jersey a devil from New Jersey brought the gold home. Ain't that sweet? Sometimes devils do good things. Devils do good things for good people. Or the ones that are not so good, the devil is, no good. Yeah. Yeah, so the guy took his cover off. The Hughes family, great people. He lost 2 chiclets yesterday, but he still pulled it off. God bless. So SPK, you got to be front and center with a lot of this stuff in the offices. It's nice. Hollywood 210. We probably got about 18 inches of snow right now. Snow blower is all ready to go. I just walked behind the snow blower. It is unfortunately heart attack snow. Prayer for those that have to shovel snow instead of push it. This is heart attack weather. And my dear friend who comes into this channel once in a while, his pop, Mr. B, passed away shoveling snow many years ago. We were young. Yeah. You got 4 inches down there? You got 4 inches down there in Philly? Well, we got like 18. We're piling up over here. Yeah, we're piling up over here. Jack and Quinn Hughes' mother is involved heavy in the women's hockey program. Very nice to hear that. Thank you for delivering that news today. You never know what you're going to learn here at the Social Club. James, how you doing out there? How is Shelby this afternoon? Right now, James, it is afternoon. Is that correct? Can't wait until James gets here. SPK, we're getting a nice get-together, just so you know, in April. So we expect you to get over here Did you hear me? SPK, did you hear me? Are we loud and clear? We must always be clear. Yeah. Let me make sure my heated socks are heating up. 167 there. 131, your sister's ass. I'll be there with, good. Okay, you'll be here. All right. So we got about 4 inches, but it's still snowing. That's nothing. We're on probably 2 feet right now, 18 to 2 feet in North Jersey. So that is what it is. What are you going to do? I so look forward to talking to you guys in the morning. What a nice group of people we got. I'm in the gaming chair, the racer chair. SPK got 16 inches of snow over there. All right. We are quiet. We're quiet for a change. Nice. James, Arlene is asking you a question. Well, Arlene, James stopped doing shows, so for now he doesn't want to be doing shows. He used to do shows a little bit. You want me to shovel today? I mean, it may be my day to die, but shoveling snow. Listen, it may have been my last wake up. I'm very blessed to get granted another wake up, because swear not. Oh, Delilah, that is not nice. Delilah, that is demonic. I can't. Is that really you today? You are really aggravated about the gazebo, huh? Delilah, settle down, you. What is it? You better be making him hot chocolate with the marshmallows. You better be making the hot chocolate with the marshmallows out there, you. Look, he wants to come into a nice coffee shop after dealing with it. Look how warm and cozy that coffee shop is behind me. It's nice, right? Looks like the blizzard of 78 out there. It's Zelda. It's crazy. James, they are very intelligent birds. Yes, they are. I don't even have to have a topic. Why do I bother? I just talk. I don't even need a topic. It's just coffee. But we're going to dip into Pablo Escobar. Yeah. How this guy made it from it's nothing. What's going on with Nancy Guntry? I told you about this the other day. Disgusting. Check your betting app. It's disgusting what I'm hearing out there. They're taking action on her case. SBK, they're taking action on Nancy's case. This is terrible. This is demonic. This is how greed and morals conflict. This is where greed and morals conflict. How? How do you take action on the outcome of this? It's unbelievable. Stony, there you go. Guess what you get? Yeah. All right. Yep. So we hope your daughter. Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna be a grandma. I hope she's feeling well, carrying the baby. No, it's not good news. But still, how do you bet on it? How do you bet on this stuff, SPK? Check your betting app. I heard there's action on this thing, on this country case. People are nuts. Now, look, I would take action on anything, but not that. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Hey, teacher. Ladies, very, very Monday morning-ish. Hey, guys. Hey, ladies, you're very Monday morning bad moodish. Now be nice, you girls. You need your men. Stop. Stop it. As Don is doing, it says, stop it. It's not nice. This is not nice. Let's take off the virtual background for a little bit here. Let's go right to Sinatra. Isn't that better? Don't you like this better? Some people like the me too, right? Joey Dell. I mean, come on. They're really beating up on this guy today. Isn't this much better than a virtual background? Can't you just be natural? I think natural's nice. And I like the colors like this. StreamYard is absolutely incredible. Listen to me, guys. We could break down and lose this internet in a moment. And I hope you people that do have houses have a backup generator, because this can be bad, especially you got older people in your house with machines and stuff. Hello, Jimena. You're coming up soon. We're going to be talking about you soon. How long do I have you for, Jimena? Are you hanging around a little bit? Because I'm going to talk Pablo Escobar, and then I'm going to talk the situation in Mexico. I was going to post your video from last night that I was watching while I was half asleep. I was binge watching last night. Okay. Beautiful. All right. Oh, he was great. I saw him in Connecticut. Well, they all are. Lil Mo is nowhere near as good in person as he is on the internet. You see, that's where it changes, SPK. Jimena, are you staying around for a little bit? Let me address this right here. There are people that are better on the internet than they are in person. Then there's people that are better in person than they are on the internets. Dice Clay is better in person than he is on the internets, right? And Little Mo Mozzarella is not good live, from what I understand. These are the reviews coming in. And Tara is good in both. Can somebody please check what Tara's show is about today? Ajita. Uh-oh. I think we're mentioned in Tara's show today. Oh boy. I think we're mentioned in Tara's show today. I am not sure. Hey, man, would you like to come up for a minute or no? I'm going to talk about the situation in Mexico, but if you want to come up and give us you're underground. You are there. So if you want to come up today, you let me know. Not now. Anytime you want. You let me know. I'll do a show with you later over here if you want. Would you like to do that a little bit later this morning? You let me know. I'll plan a show just for that. You'll see the thumbnail. If you'd like to do a little collaboration a little bit later, just let me know. I would love to have you on. I'm going to talk about it this morning, but I know it's early in the morning there, so you let me know if you want to come on later. Well, I'll do a show just for that. Oh, okay, good. All right. Excellent. Ajita is Tara's show. Yeah, okay. Let me get him up here. Yeah. This is for Jimena, guys. Okay, because we did a show last night. All right, this is for Jimena, guys. Let me get her attention for a little bit, and we'll have a quick conversation about what might be going on in her area there. Okay, that's what we'll do. Yep. Let me put my volume up here. Okay, my volume is up. Yep, you come whenever you want. Well, if anybody's watching Tara while watching this, let me know if they mention us and what timestamp that she does. Okay, we have Jimena. The doorbell rang. We have Jimena coming in from Mexico. Let me fix the background here for you. Give me a second. All right. Here we are. Hello, Jimena. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
I'm sure it's very early there.
It is.
We got Jimena coming in from Mexico, and as you know, we were concerned about you last night. We did a show just to check on you, and you did come in, which is nice. Angelique gave you a heads up. So it was nice to hear from you, even though the news might not have been what we wanted to hear. We did want to hear that you were well, and that's the message that came through. So what's going on? Talk to me.
Well, we've been hijacked by the narcos, so right now they're outside in the cities, especially mine, Puerto Vallarta. I'm in Guadalajara, so I'm in the capital city of of Jalisco, which is the main center of this cartel. So we have been hijacked, and narcos are in the streets. They're having confrontations. They're hijacking cars, set them on fire, and blocking streets and burning establishments and supermarkets, like convenience stores. They burnt uh, approximately like 20 banks that are from the government. This is a statement for the government because what happened was that they killed one of the main, like the leader of the main cartel that we have in Mexico, the most powerful one. So they killed um, this guy. So the cartel started doing things along
Mm.
the around the country. So half the country, I think approximately like 14, between 14 or 20 states had some issues with them yesterday. We're still having some issues. We don't know how long this is going to take. Um,
So,
it's so people are just we canceled classes. Public transportation is canceled. I don't know if they're open today. 1,200 people had to sleep in the parking lot of the zoo in buses because they were stuck there. There's people gathering in churches who couldn't come home. So yeah, it's not a nice picture right now.
so one thing, how is your family?
My family is okay. My daughter was supposed to come home yesterday with me, but she's staying at her dad's, which I think is better right now. So
Okay.
she's there. My son also is with his dad. So my mom and my sister and the rest of the family are okay. They live in another state, which is also controlled by narco, and so they're okay. I'm
All right.
a
So
little bit
everybody's
scared. I'm
staying.
scared because I'm alone in my house, so
I
I'm
know.
like I'm just
I
me.
get it.
But yeah.
Now, from where you are you hearing things outside or seeing things in the distance and things like?
No, just sirens in the distance. It's eerie. It's very quiet. Like I live in a 6 million people city, and it's
Oh wow.
super quiet right now. Like it's eerie. It's some things like I don't know. It's complicated how to explain it. Like it's just this silence and just sirens in the background. It's just
So how
yeah.
far from you? How far from you did this operation take place? Like they obviously they captured and killed this. What's his name? Hencho? What's his name?
El
Uh,
Mencho.
Hencho. How far is that from you? Is that ten
Where they
miles
capture him is 1 hour and a half away,
out?
not that far away. It's a very
Yeah.
nice place actually. It's very country and like there's cottages there that you can go spend time with your family. Um, they captured him there, but all the mess started in Puerto Vallarta, which is a port that we have a beach. It's very famous.
Mhm. Oh yeah, heard of it.
A-
Yeah.
and that was like the whole city was like hijacked, and then they came to Guadalajara. I think the problem in these two cities is like normally when they do these narco blockages, what we call them, they just like every entrance and exit of the cities are like they set things on fire and they stay there and you can get out of the city and you can't go in the city. So that's like what they do. But in this case, what they did is they entered the city. So, for example, I had buses being burnt like 3 blocks away from my house, like 3 blocks away from my where my daughter goes to school. At her dad's house, they were burning like two establishments, like blocks away from where they live. Um, so it's like in the city, which is very scary. Like there's videos in one of the main avenues where they are like armed people are bringing um, people down from their cars and like telling them to get down armed. And there's families like with kids making them get out of the car, take the car, and cross it in the avenue and start setting it on fire or things like that. So it's very scary, especially if you were in the street. I was about to get out yesterday when I started seeing my neighbors posting videos, and I'm like, "What is going on?" And
Yeah.
so yeah,
That's
it's scary. It's
the
very
good
scary.
thing. The good thing for you, for everybody in the world today, is that social media has the ability to alert people. Like you just said, your neighbors and people you know, you're able to communicate with people in certain ways, posting videos, things like that, which is great. Using WhatsApp and all these other applications that you can
Yeah.
use to keep each other informed. Someone could tell you, Jimena, there's a problem down there a mile down the road. I would recommend that you don't go down there. Or I was just at the store down the street and it looks like they're coming that way, and everybody will stay clear. And so these are the positive things in the
Yes, it
world
is.
today about social media. So I'm sure it's helping you.
And the good thing is, like, I don't know if you've noticed, but our president hasn't said anything. She hasn't declared anything because she's involved in all of this. I think they asked for an actual big politician, and she delivered him, and now she betrayed the narco. That's a word, at least in
Oh my.
social media, like community, like journalists, things like that. She hasn't said anything. She was in a like an event yesterday, just like smiling. They moved her to a ship that is very secure in Mexico. So it's like, why hasn't she come out and said anything? One, so like, because she's involved, but like she had to give someone to Trump, which I appreciate because Trump, he's doing, he's pressuring the government so much that like politicians are falling, like they are fighting between each other, like they're like, no, you're gonna fall first, like they're like fighting in the party that she belongs to. So the government wasn't doing anything. The army took more than 4 hours to start controlling the situation. Like this started like before 9 a.m. in the morning, and they started controlling. And I'm gonna say controlling as the word, but it's not what they were actually doing. Um, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours later, and she hadn't said a statement at all. Like she didn't say anything. The official communication from the government was everything is under control. Nothing happened. This is just panic from the citizens. Everything's under control. And like you were seeing the videos, you were hearing the sirens, you were like looking at the pictures and like, no, it's not under control. Why are you lying to us? Like it's just ridiculous. So it's concerning what's going on, because
Yes.
yeah, they're not doing anything, they're not saying anything, they're taking their time to control everything. It appears that she was not aware of him being captured,
No, because they
uh,
probably didn't want to tip her, like you just
because
said.
what was happening is they already knew where he was from like 6 years ago. Everyone knew where he was, and every time they were going to capture him, he got away because he got tipped. So so that's the thing, like, but the problem is like, see, you now see the involvement of how like the extent of narcos involvement in Mexico.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's concerning.
Wow. Yeah, they could. So they had to keep it top secret to just a few.
Yep.
Wow, they couldn't even tell the officials there. So is the uprising and the violence and all that, is that it's also against civilians or just the law? The law.
So far it's just the law and officials. They were letting people get out of their cars or the buses where they were traveling and things like that, and let people go. That's something that they normally start doing when they do this type of things, but they don't care about the population. So if they don't see their needs met or they want to make a bigger statement, they'll probably start attacking like civilians. But so far, we haven't had any casualties from civilians. So that's,
Civilians.
yeah.
Right. So what about the tourist areas from the people that go to the resorts and stuff like that? What's happening with them?
Right now, I don't have clarity on that regard.
Hmm.
I know there's a lot of countries issuing statements and like they're warning people to be safe, to stay inside. And I don't know if they're planning evacuations and things like that. Hopefully, like the countries are bringing airplanes or something for their people, because we don't know how long this is going to. It's a little bit like a war zone right now.
Yeah.
So
So it does affect everybody, even though maybe there's no violence against the civilians. But what you're saying is, there's no access to food. medicine, things like that, that people, take for granted in their everyday lives. You might have needed to refill your prescription for something today, and you can't get to the pharmacy. So it
Yeah.
affects the public in a certain way, maybe not a direct, violent way, but it does interrupt
No,
a lot of lives.
and we're afraid to go out. Me for like I was gonna go. I don't. We don't have like the water here. You have to buy it because the sink is not safe to drink.
Hmm.
So mine was almost empty, and I was gonna get out to get some water,
Be
and
careful.
I was not able to because everything was closed. Like you have no food. You have like there's like fortunately I had a lot of things in my fridge, so
Yeah.
I can go by for like at least a week and a half. Uh, but it's concerning if this keeps going on and we don't have shops open. It's gonna start like yeah, it's gonna start affecting us in other ways. And
Yeah.
for people who are here, like tourism and all of that, well, of course everyone's scared because this is not the norm. Like we're used to some of this happening sporadically some places. We've never seen it this big in the country. So it's scary even for us. So I can imagine people who are not from here, who are just witnessing these, like they're panicking, of course. It's so hopefully they'll get home safe. But yeah, this is a huge thing. We're this is the first time we experience something like this in Mexico.
Now, I got to ask you a question. Now, I don't know if you can answer this, and you may not be able to answer this because obviously you are, you're everybody's social media out there is monitored, this and that. But do you feel, you don't have to give an opinion if you don't want to, that this is a good thing that took place or a bad thing that took place? Do you think there's a good effect to
Well,
taking this individual out?
it's gonna be like a domino effect. I think it's gonna get worse before it gets better. So I don't think necessarily it's a good thing. It's good. It's a good thing because it's exposing the government. It's a good thing because they're exposing that the ties that they have with the narco. But I don't know if it's a good thing for the population and our economy right now. I don't think it's a good thing. Um, but we couldn't let it continue. So I don't know. It's just I'm conflicted because in one hand I want this to be over and like the narcos to get like leave like the country or get stopped or something. But on the other hand, it's like now
Yeah.
we're in a situation where like families are separated. Like we don't have access to food. Like it's just I don't know.
So basically, you are a boots on the ground individual, is what we call it. You're right in the trenches of this. Do you feel that the way life was going under this rule, that everyday life was affected greatly
Yes, it
by
was.
what the cartel? It's this cartel, I'm sure, but whatever the organization was doing, did it affect daily life in a negative way overall?
Um,
You
well,
know,
yeah, because there were like these confrontations, like there's the economy is being affected. There were small businesses who were affected. Politicians are stealing and stealing and stealing money, and it's all in
yeah,
these criminal organizations. And like when I was working, well, and I haven't been able to find a job since because of the economy is not great.
right.
Um, they took 40% of my salary in taxes, which
Oh
is insane. So and you don't see like the social I'm sorry,
no,
social security is
yeah,
horrible. Um, the like infrastructure, we like everything's falling because they're stealing the money. So it's just
I don't
it,
know. Are you
we
optimistic?
are very hardworking people,
Yes,
and
I
you
know.
don't see what we are contributing to society being actually spent where it's supposed to go, and you see the politicians like stealing our way. So I don't think it could be sustainable
No,
anymore.
yeah, I
Yeah.
get it. So, do you think you are you optimistic about a outcome in the future, near future, or long term? Do you think this would end up being a good thing, or do you think that history is just going to repeat itself, and the cycle and the greed just is more powerful than any type of situation like
Well,
this?
I'm the like uh, I like to hope that things are gonna work for the best,
I
and
know.
that at least my country is gonna see some good good days after this.
All right,
Hopefully, yeah.
good. You're optimistic. That's good. All right, you're
Yeah.
optimistic, and you are safe, right? So
Yes.
you're a little bit uneasy, and we value you here as an individual. We met on this YouTube thing from
Yeah.
different spaces, and we ended up having a nice, nice relationship with all these people in both our shows. So, all right, I just wanted you to come up and
Yeah,
Make sure you're safe. Hopefully you do
everything's
some.
good.
Hopefully you do some updates throughout the day.
I will. Thank
All
you
right.
so much for having me.
Be, all right. Be careful. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye bye. So there you go. Right from Mexico, right from the trenches, right in the middle of it all. Jimena. When we say showstopper, guys, yes, we do stop for good people. And I'm happy that she came up today. So prayers out to Jimena. There you go. ALV sending out some prayers. Delilah sending out some prayers. Hope for better days. Hey, teacher. Everybody's rooting for you here today. We're getting to Pablo. We're not in a rush today. Tours can get stranded. Yeah, there is a ripple effect. Hey, teacher. There is a ripple effect. I know, Zelda. It's tough. Jimena, get on a plane and get the thing. I can't. You guys are the best. Boil the sink water. Well, I could tell you this. I went to Mexico 1990. I had to go there in 1990. Wow. Two-ish. 1992-ish. I had to go to Mexico. And a dear friend of mine got a parasite because we had to go to a bar and he drank the water. They gave him ice cubes from the faucet water, not purified water. He had a parasite for 22 days. Yeah. Yeah, Arlene, that's exactly what's going on out there. This is the situation. This is what's happening, guys. So we got a special guest today in Jimena, and that was great to have that. She gave us a whole breakdown. It's not something that I even need to cover. So wonderful. Wonderful, Jimena. Thank you for that. We do appreciate it. And we do hope that you are well. Now let's go on to the other side of the situation here. We got the Pablo Escobar situation. All right. We're going to talk about Pablo Escobar. Let me put him up on the hello, Boston. I see you, Sean. Hey, Sean, how are you? Yeah, it's snowing crazy over here, Sean, for Sean 45 Boston. I know, Rebecca, but guess what? We're real people here. You see, we don't play games here. We laugh, we joke, we break balls, but Rebecca, aren't we fortunate to have these wonderful people that come around our little place called the social club? Isn't it nice that we could pull these things off? Not many channels can do that on a moment's notice, get somebody right in the trenches. And that is because we treat people with respect. And that is because the social club is a special place, and you all know that. Yeah, okay, Rebecca. Yeah, so I know it gives you, yeah, well. So there you go, Jimena. Hopefully we made you feel a little better this morning. Brian Cavorsi is sending out prayers. If anybody sees on Tara's show what part, if she does mention the social club, let us know. If anybody was watching Tara, I believe we are mentioned in Tara's show today. You guys might be mentioned in Tara's show today. I'm not sure. In the meantime, I'm going to get into a little Pablo Escobar conversation because that was our topic today. Let me fix this here. Like I said, we're very cool today. We're just hanging out. We're not really in a rush. It's a beautiful day, regardless of what the weather tells you outside. We still have a beautiful day. The snow is beautiful. Teach 100%. I learned a lot here. Wonderful, Stoney. This channel, this social club is blessed. We are powered by God. I know. Yes, I know, Rebecca. So we pray for Rebecca also. You know, anybody affected by these things. We learn a lot here. And I learn, hey, teacher, I learn here. Yeah, contrary to what some people might say, this is really a comfortable space. Oh, it's raining and then it's supposed to snow. Yeah, we got hit with the heavy snow here. Showing 45 Boston. I think we got about 18 inches about right now. It's still coming down. Let me see if it's still raining, still snowing. And yeah, we got a lot of snow out there. You got a lot of snow, guys. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're snowing now. We got snow. Okay, Pablo Escobar is our guy today. Let's see what Pablo Escobar is all about. Let's see if I have something over here. The life. Where is it? Yeah. Right. Here he is, Pablo Escobar. Starting at age 14. Look at him. Look at this guy. Pablo Escobar.
el fuego que arde tu piel. Soy el agua que mata tu sed, el castillo, la torre, yo soy la espada que guarda el caudal, tú el aire que respiro yo y la luz de la luna en el mar. La garganta que ansio mojar, que temo ahogar, te amo.
See, he was going to make this happen no matter what. He was going to make this happen no matter what. All right, let's do a little something here. Let's go. Well, let's see what Mob Facts has here. Well, here's the life of Pablo Escobar. Let's see what this one says. Let's see what this one says. And then I got some things I want to talk about Pablo. There you go. Look at him as a little kid. This is the story.
Oh, I cannot explain. Every time it's the same. Oh, I feel that it's real. Take my heart. I've been lonely too long. Oh, I can't be so strong. Take a chance for a man. Take my heart. I need you so. There's no time. I'll ever go. Sherry, Sherry lady, going through emotion. Love is where you find it. Listen to your heart. Sherry, Sherry lady, living in devotion. It's always like the first time. Let me take you part. Sherry, Sherry lady, life is not tomorrow. Take my heart to music. Listen to your heart. Sherry, Sherry lady, to know you is to love me. Oh, I can.
So you put this sinful poison into the public. Only one thing is going to happen. God is going to take you down. You cannot poison people and let this happen. So God took him down. I think it was on a rooftop. He was shot and killed. What, 44 years old? An evil bastard. It's crazy. Well, we care about you, Jimena. That's what it is. We care about. Hello, Cheech. Yes, we care about you. We care about you, Jimena. Yes. Hello, Bull. Praying for you and your family from Jimena. Beautiful. He is a garbage pail, and God was not going to let him get very far. He teased him a little bit. Yeah. Well, I'm going to read some of that, AOV, and this is the problem. I'm going to read some of that. I got some notes. Nothing professional here. We just dip into a few notes about Pablo Escobar. Well, here we go. Let's talk a little bit about this. I got some notes I'm going to read off. You cannot escape the justice of God. He got him. He got him. But you cannot knock the hustle. Imagine this guy in regular business. He might have grown old. If he was able to put that wherewithal and that hustle into legitimate business, he could have been a billionaire and not die in his 40s at a gunshot. You live by the gun, you die by the gun. All right. Pablo Escobar, 1949 to 1993, was a Colombian drug lord who founded the Medellin cartel, dominating the global cocaine trade and becoming one of history's wealthiest criminals with an estimated $30 billion of net worth. Known as the King of Cocaine, he controlled 80% of the U.S. cocaine market, funded by a violent reign of terror, and served briefly in Colombia's Congress. This is unbelievable. Key facts about Pablo Escobar. Early criminal career. Before drugs, Escobar was involved in petty crimes, including stealing gravestones, selling fake cigarettes, and car theft. Listen, just like many street guys do. He started out just hustling, taking scores, what we say. Just taking. Pablo Escobar, listen, he started out as a regular, you could say, just a regular hustler on the street, boosting stuff, boosting cigarettes and things like that. And then he got into it deeper. Wealth and power. At the height of his power, the Medellin cartel brought in over $422 million a week, making him one of the richest men in the world. Robin Hood persona. You see, here's where it gets, you're right, AOV. And unfortunately, I'm going to get into some of the cocaine use that goes on here. And I have dear friends that have been doing cocaine for 40 years. For 40 years. Robin Hood persona. And this is what a lot of the wise guys have also. I'm going to say it. This is what a lot of the mafioso. They give that Robin Hood illusion. You guys are in denial, those outside of the Italian culture. You see a nice suit, a man dressed well, taking care of his neighborhood. You don't know. You will never know. You're outside the culture. You will never know. You could say you're sprinkled with olive oil and you grew up. No, I'm sorry. You will not understand. I'm never going to understand how the Colombians were affected by him. Right? So with the wise guys that dress and right, double-breasted suits, this and that and the other thing, that Robin Hood, stop, because they'll take you out in a minute. So cut the bullshit. That's the problem with this wise guy stuff, the glamorous aspect. It's an illusion. So understand it's an illusion. I just wanted to hit that point because not a lot of people understand. They are bamboozled. The public is bamboozled. Wealth and power. $420 million a week in cocaine. Robin Hood persona. Despite his brutality, he gained popularity amongst the poor in Medellin by building houses, soccer fields, and giving money to the community. We've seen that here in the United States. Wise guys do it. Wise guys do it. And this is the way it is. Narco-terrorism. To avoid extradition to the United States, his cartel used bribery and murder, killing thousands, including politicians, police officers, and journalists. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Okay, we're going to talk about his La Catedra. La Catedra. Check this one out. He gets pinched. He gets pinched. He builds his own prison. We're going to show you the prison. MobFax has the prison. I'm going to show you the prison. This was Pablo Escobar's prison, Cheech. Let's check this out. Give me a minute here. Let me see what it says. Okay. La Catedra prison. Escobar negotiated his imprisonment, building his own luxury prison known as La Catedra, from which he continued to run his empire. At the height of his power, $30 billion fortune from Coca. Okay? Yeah. Yes. I don't know, but ALB, the celebrities. Of course, Arlene, of course. And I'm going to talk about it in a minute. I have the cocaine data right next to me. He negotiated, Pablo Escobar negotiated his own imprisonment. He said, I'll stay in captivity. Stony, he built his own prison, La Catedra, in Colombia. Take a look. MobFax. And go check out MobFax, guys. Where are we? Look at his private prison here. I got a short right here of Pablo Escobar's private prison. Check this out. Look at this. I searched on MobFax to find this. They are incredible, MobFax. Pablo Escobar's prison. Check out MobFax. You'll absolutely love what they have. This is his prison. She mentioned you at 17-minute mark. Okay, thank you, Delilah. We'll try and find it. Here, check it out. 17 minutes, you said, right? 17. Let's go inside the prison.
Sure, I'm gonna walk in the other room. Vamos ver.
So he built a palace basically. If somebody could please drop mob facts. Oh, thank you, Toro. Please, yeah, go leave him a comment. He told me many times I can, his content is, we can use it. So that's where we're at. Okay, that's where we're at. I got a little more, and then we're going to get into the cocaine conversation. This is crazy. Here are the key details regarding his Medellin cartel daily income. At the height of his operation, Escobar's Medellin cartel controlled over 80% of the global cocaine market, bringing in an estimated $420 million per week. Wealth management issues. The cash volume from cocaine was so high that they cannot launder it fast enough. Escobar's brother reported that they lost about 10% of their cash, roughly $2.1 billion annually, to rats eating the food in a storage area and spoilage from moisture. They were literally losing money due to being eaten by rats and humidity. It's unbelievable. He has the crime hierarchy framed on the wall. That's the contempt he had for authority. Unbelievable. It's great. This guy is something, man. Lavish lifestyle. Anyway, listen to me. They spent listen to these crazy facts that you get. The cartel reportedly spent $2,500 a month on rubber bands just to bundle all the cash. Expenditures. That was an expenditure. Lavish lifestyle. Escobar owned a 7,000-acre estate, Hacienda Napoles, which included a private zoo, a soccer field, and a bullfighting arena. He also owned 800 properties. The $10 billion offer. These are some facts. They may be interesting or they may not be interesting to you. The $10 billion offer. In a move to avoid extradition, Escobar famously offered to pay off Colombia's national debt, which was estimated to be around $10 billion at the time. Despite his immense income, managing such a massive illegal and cash-heavy empire meant that much of his wealth was intangible, lost, or destroyed by the time he was killed in 1993. Death. He was killed in 1993 during a shootout with Colombian police after a long manhunt following the escape from prison. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Family exile. After his death, his wife and children fled before settling in Argentina. That is the story of Pablo Escobar, the amount of wealth. Isn't it crazy, Sean? But he's quenching the thirst of people that do blow and do cocaine. Now let's talk a little bit about cocaine. We're going to talk a little bit about cocaine. Yeah. And then we're going to talk a little. Listen to me. It's absolutely insane. As you get old, you think all of these problems would be solved by now. No. I'm sure I had his product before ripping a line. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Let's see what I got here. All right. We're not going to get into El Mancho because we did that already. We did that with Jimena. All right. Let's go back to cocaine. All right. I'm going to talk a bit about this. I'm going to talk a little bit about this. Cocaine is considered a party drug. Considered a party drug. Let's look into some of the facts over here. Because it is a potent stimulant, the effects which produce a short-lived intense high characterized by euphoria, extreme energy, and increased confidence. Wow. Its popularity in social, club, and nightlife scenes is largely driven by its ability to make users feel more alert, talkative, and social, allowing them to feel as though they can party harder and longer. Wow. Crazy stuff. Key reasons for cocaine status as a party drug. Now, here's where we go, ALV. Here's where we're going to get some of our answers why people do not stop. Key reasons for cocaine status as a party drug. intense euphoria and energy. Cocaine causes a rapid, massive surge of dopamine in the brain, creating a flash or rush of pleasure. The high makes users feel energetic, alert, and confident, which are desirable traits in a party setting. Reducing inhibitions. The drug lowers inhibitions and increases sociability, leading to the perception that it enhances the experience of dancing and interacting with others. There's the problem here. This is the problem. Okay, think about it. This is the problem. Party people, people that maybe lack social skills. I don't know. I never had this problem. I never had this problem where I needed some confidence from a substance. So I guess I could see it. If it does all of these things, it increases social skills, social media skills. It can do it on social media as well. You know, there's people that do cocaine and they go on lives and they're just off the wall and they're loaded with confidence. And you could tell the people that do cocaine and do shows on YouTube, they should be tired, but they're hopped up. So it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Okay, counteraction with alcohol. Cocaine is often used alongside alcohol to offset the depressant, sedative effects of drinking, enabling users to consume more alcohol without feeling sleepy. Now, I know people, and I have seen this with my own eyes. People start drinking. Now, these are cocaine users for, and I'm not criticizing, I'm just speaking. Cocaine users, there are non-addict cocaine users. And let me explain to you something. I've seen it. People are out at a club, they're out at a bar, they start drinking, they get a little tipsy. That's what we say, tipsy. And then they'll go and do a bump. And then it offsets. Now you got all these chemicals in their bodies. They just go do a bump. It's a quick bump, done. And it offsets the whiskey or the Tanqueray and tonic that they were drinking. Well, LV, I unfortunately know people that do this now. So I'm not going to really, criticize them. I pray for them, LV. I pray for them as we know people that do this now, and you know them too. So it's bad. It's a bad situation. But what they do is I see them start with their drinks. Nice. We're having a couple of drinks, couple of 3 drinks. They get a little mush on mush. They go do a bump, and it changes the whole night. They're good for 2-3 hours after doing a bump. And I don't recommend it. I do see what it does. I've seen it right in front of my own eyes. Yeah, get God's a bump. They do the bump. Glamorous. Social image. Historically and through pop culture, cocaine has been associated with a glamorous or high status lifestyle, sometimes viewed as a, albeit dangerous, recreational weekend or chick drug. Yes. Of course. So Shelly, hope you're well. Yes, hope you're well. Okay. Short duration. Oh, okay. I did not know this. The high is fast acting but short-lived, lasting about 15 to 30 minutes when snorted. Okay, now I'm understanding, which can drive the compulsion to use it repeatedly throughout the night. Okay, now I understand. Okay, now I understand why they're not doing one bump throughout the night. That's a little different, Patty Daly. I understand that part. Yeah, that's a whole different scenario. Okay, so now I understand them doing multiple bumps in the night. And I would see the changes right in front of me. Right in front of me. You were just chilling from the Tanqueray and tonic. Now you're all hyped up. You did a bump. There's people that do bumps before they push live. Bang, they're off the wall one day. The next day, they're mellow. Next day, bang, they're off the wall. The next day, they're mellow. Sometimes twice in a day. One show, they're mellow. The other one, they're hopped up off the wall. They're doing bumps. Come on. Come on. Well, that's an addict. Now, I know friends, Patty, that are not addicts. They are users. And that's where it goes. So that's where we're at. Okay. The crash. Okay, here we go. We're going to talk about the crash. The crash, as the high wears off, users often experience a severe drop in mood, leading to depression, anxiety, and fatigue, which often drives them to take more. Dangerous combination. Mixing cocaine with alcohol produces a toxic substance in the liver, increasing the risk of death. In recent years, the high purity and availability of cocaine have contributed to increased use in social settings despite the high risks involved. It's very sad. This is something you should learn when you're in younger life. I wouldn't recommend it, but if so, I've known grown men who have tried it, and that was that. They lost it all. I know. It's very sad, Toro. It's very sad. So I'm going on and on about this. I'm sorry. I apologize. But the data is here. And while we're on this, I wanted to touch base on it. And while I have a little bit more time, I wanted to dig into this. This goes into my library. So it goes into my library forever. Who knows? Somebody might see this later years when I'm dead. Somebody might get something out of this. We don't condone this here. And most of us do know people that have it. Listen. It does kill. My son Johnny died. My cousin Johnny died 2 days after Christmas from a cocaine overdose. Before it was heavy with this stuff. Let me repeat, my cousin, not my son. My cousin Johnny died 2 days after Christmas in Belleville, New Jersey, in my aunt's kitchen. 2 days after Christmas. He did his bump. He came out of his room. He went into my aunt's kitchen table, mort, dead. Right in the house 2 days. 33 years old. 33 years old, we lost Johnny. Hello, Joe. Yeah. Well, that's right. And that was probably before the fentanyl. So Johnny died December 27th on my brother's birthday. We lost a cousin on my brother's birthday from cocaine. Now, that's the only person in my family that ever was involved in cocaine. From that point on, we were taught, unfortunately, by an in-family example, that the stuff is poison. Did I have opportunities to get involved in moving this stuff? Sure, I did. Anybody that was moving and shaking in the 80s and 90s had the opportunity to move some of this stuff. What did I do? I said, no, I'm not involved in that garbage. I'll do a little bookmaking, loan sharking, but I will never get involved in that poison. It's going to come back to get you. And everybody that I know that had dealt in the heroin and the cocaine lost family members. This is just the way it is. And I refused to ever even think about being involved. Don't bring that. No, not in my presence. Give me your, no. Nah, counterfeit money. We had all of this shit. Counterfeit money and gambling records and whatever. This shit. Come on. What do we call these crimes? What do we call these crimes that I'm talking about? I think the Bologna is a dishonorable crime. And I'm going to say this. The Italians were a big part of drugs coming into this country. Yeah. No, sometimes people resist growing up. I know. Honorable crimes. Okay. Victimless somewhat. You remember that? It was insane. Yeah. I would never, ever, because I know what poison it is. Now you could say gambling is a vice also, but it's not on the level of being a drug dealer. I can't respect any drug dealer ever. Never. The development of cocaine addiction. Here we go. Let's get into this a little bit. Compared to recreational, the development of cocaine addiction. Let's check out the addiction aspect. Compared to recreational and infrequent use, is driven by a complex interaction of genetic, biological, and environmental factors. Researchers indicate that only 16 to 20% of cocaine users develop a dependency, meaning many individuals can use this drug without becoming addicted. The difference often lies in pre-existing brain chemistry, personal history, and environmental stresses. You see, not everybody. Look. It's like an alcoholic. It's like a gambler that becomes, we call him a degenerate. We call an ubriagone in Italiano. umbriago. We call the alcoholic an umbriago, an albriago. And we call a drug addict a junkie. And we call a gambling addict a degenerate. They're all labeled. They all are something. Okay, be careful out there, Uncle Charlie. Yeah, never got it. Yeah. There's a place down here called Block. Huge building. Drive through and get your weed. Yeah, well, we have that up here in Bloomfield, Patty Daly. They're everywhere. You could drive through all of them. Yeah, you could drive through all of them. So not everybody. I drink socially. I haven't had a drink in, I don't know, a couple weeks. I haven't had a drink. I drink socially. And I'll have a glass of wine at night if I'm home. That's it. Right? I drink socially. And my doctor said a couple of 3 weeks ago, just listen, a drink of wine is good for the body, for the blood. A nice glass of wine is good for the body. No problem with that. I choose not to have one every day. But I can understand. Some people don't have that control. They have an alcohol, they have a what is it? What did I just say? They have the gene in them, the addictive gene. So they can't just take one shot of whiskey. They got to drink the whole bottle. They can't just have a bump of cocaine. They become addicted. They can't just gamble on the picket tonight. They got to go bet on the Jets. They can't just bet on one football game on Sunday. They got to bet on every game. They are degenerate gamblers. These are umbriagons. And then these are junkies. What are you going to do, guys? It's in the genes. So if you have an addictive gene in your family and in your body, I would recommend that you do not get into this, okay? Do not get into this. All right, so let's get into a couple of other three things now. We're going to talk about, let me get Pablo Escobar, because that is done. That part of the conversation is done. And now we're going to get into a couple of other three things regarding cocaine. I'm sorry I'm going so long, guys, but this is interesting stuff. Coca-Cola was made with cocaine. What are you talking about? Here's what my data says. The original formula of Coca-Cola, created by John Pemberton in 1886, contained a small amount of cocaine derived from the coca leaf. No, Pablo gets no. Pablo doesn't get no. Wow. Contained a small amount of cocaine derived from the coca leaf, along with caffeine from the cola nut. The ingredient was removed in the early 20th century as the addictive nature of cocaine was recognized, and then it became illegal. Okay, you see? Before we go further, let's check out Mob Facts again, and we will look at his funeral. Here we go. Pablo's funeral. Let's check it out. Look at this. Pablo Escobar's funeral.
Colombia today, as mourners filled the streets of Medellin for the funeral of Pablo Escobar. Police bullets finally put the world's most notorious drug thug out of business. But the drug trade is still thriving, with traffic as heavy as ever. We have two reports tonight, beginning with correspondent Diana Gonzalez.
An angry mob carried away the coffin with Pablo Escobar's body inside. To many who came to pay their last respects, the leader of one of the world's most powerful cocaine cartels was considered a hero. While some in the crowd refused to believe it was actually him, today the DEA confirmed it was Escobar who was killed by Colombian security forces yesterday.
He was a symbol of a man that was supposed to be so powerful that he was above the resources of two governments, and that has been proven dramatically incorrect.
The U.S. had been after Pablo Escobar for many years, indicting him 3 times in the 1980s in Miami. At the time, it was considered the U.S. corporate headquarters for the Medellin cartel. Today, South Florida continues to be one of the main points of entry for most of the Colombian cocaine smuggled into this country. The supply originates in Colombia and is then sent to transshipment points in neighboring countries. From there, it's smuggled into the U.S. mainly through Florida on the East Coast, California and Texas on the West. To stem the continuing flow of cocaine, the DEA's newest strategy is toppling the leaders of the cartels, the most powerful now headquartered in another Colombian city, Cali.
It's going to probably be much more difficult because the Cali cartel is very well entrenched.
But no one had the power of Pablo Escobar. His death is hailed as a key psychological victory in the war against drugs and a clear message to other cocaine kings that they are not invincible. Diana Gonzalez, CBS News, Miami.
This is Giselle Fernandez in New York, where Pablo Escobar once controlled more than half the cocaine in the city. Few here think his death will have any impact on the drug trade booming on the streets.
As long as drugs are made available to people in the street, they don't really care who he was.
The Reverend James Allen runs a drug rehabilitation center in Harlem. If you don't believe him, ask the recovering addicts.
He was just killed. What difference do you think that will make?
No difference. None whatsoever.
But when we walk outside, we could walk right around the corner if you chose and get coke.
It's available, it's plentiful, you can buy it.
Everywhere you go. I don't care, right next door, around the corners.
The death of Pablo Escobar only creates a corporate vacancy in the international corporate structure of illicit drug abuse, which will be filled before he's even in grave.
Even before his death, another cartel capitalized on Escobar's troubles and cornered the New York market. And despite police crackdowns and seizures, the supply of powder on the streets remains steady.
It's hard to say that the death of one man is going to impact significantly on the multi-billion-dollar trade, but his death, again, I think is symbolic.
But not to recovering addicts who say targeting demand is the only answer.
You don't go after the dealers. The main thing, you go after the people that are using it and educate them, tell them all the dangers of it.
Drug treatment counselors say the nation's current war on drugs just isn't working. One said, instead of targeting the notorious, target the everyday user. Give him a reason not to get high. Giselle Fernandez, CBS News, New York.
Soldiers are patrolling the streets of Bogota, Colombia, following the surprise capture yesterday of the leader of the Cali drug.
So, you know what? It doesn't matter who is the boss at Coca-Cola. You're still going to get your Coca-Cola. It doesn't matter who is running the pasta factory. You're still going to get your macaroni. It doesn't matter. It's just a minor inconvenience. They only took down, there's no interruption. I've never seen an interruption of anything. He's right. He's 100% correct. So you educate on the streets. You raise your kids the way I raised my kids, the way you raised your kids, AOV. The way we speak about it. See, parents don't speak to their children, and this is the problem. Thomas, Tori, I lost a cousin, 33 years old, from one bump of cocaine. You want to end up like that? Look at some of your friends' families. Some of them are torn apart from this drug. People don't talk to their children. What did I do? I raised my children. I didn't let any social atmosphere raise my children. I spoke to them. I took them to areas where I came from. Drove them past the prison that I was in. Drove them down the blocks where there were junkies shooting up heroin. They saw it. I didn't shelter them. And if you choose to so, keep your kids out of these areas. That's your business, but you must educate, right? Pop-Tarts are bad for you. You tell your kids not to eat Pop-Tarts. The owner, the boss at Pop-Tarts, doesn't matter who it is. Pop-Tarts are still on the, Pop-Tarts are still on the shelf no matter who's running Pop-Tarts. Twinkies are still Twinkies. They ain't going nowhere. You follow me? So, no, they are right. The addicts will tell you. They will tell you it doesn't matter. So all this money is wasted. On what? Yeah, and it's virtually impossible. My kids were taught from day one. Drug use shows you are weak. They want to be better than that. 100%. Now all the fiends are addicted to yeah. It's just crazy. Stoney. Well, it's a cheap way. Stony Tony, when crack hit, and I remember when crack hit, oh my Lord, guys, there's so much stuff on YouTube that you could see. Go look at the Bronx in the 80s, 70s, when the crack epidemic. Go look at Harlem. Listen, you guys have these resources at your fingertips to get knowledge. I can't deliver all the information right here. It's impossible. But you can go to YouTube and just search Crack years, Bronx, New York. Crack years, Harlem, USA. There's movies, there's things. It's big business, no doubt, but it's up to the individual. As the addicts just told you right there. Doesn't matter. It's a Pablo Escobar or Stony motherfucking Tony who's the boss. It doesn't matter. We go right around the corner. The cocaine spot did not change. Crack destroyed our cities. Did it really, though? But the people destroyed the cities, not the crack itself. The crack is just available. Somebody had to buy the crack, as AOV says. Stop doing it. Right? You know, Zelda, check it out. You got to put the crack in the pipe. You got to light it up. You got to, you got to go through these actions. Patty Daly does not hide the fact of what she went through in her life. You have to one day say, let me load up this needle. Let me cook up this heroin, put it in the needle, and put it in my arm. You have to think this through. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know, and I hope none of you have ever seen this up close. I've seen it in front of my own eyes. They put a thing on their arm. They cook this shit up. They put it in a syringe, and they put it in their arms. And within a second, they're in another world. Now, they feel like they are in paradise. They think that they are in paradise. They don't realize that they're nodding out at 125th Street. They don't even know they're on 125th Street nodding out. So, but before I go further, I want to wish all the people that I know that are in recovery, all the people that we know, all of your families that may be in recovery, and all of you that have been affected by this stuff, I send my prayers out to you. We send our prayers out to you guys. Because I know many of you, some of you do watch this that are in recovery. Did you go through every step? Are you being the person you should be every day? Are you a critical individual? Do you criticize others? Are you mean-spirited? Do you have ugly in your heart? If you do, you got a harder fight than the ones that are really, really in that step program. So I listen, having seen people go down from this, I really wish you all well. It's unbelievable. Yes. So that's kind of, I think, where we're at. All right. Let me see. Do I have anything else for cocaine? No. We touched on everything. We touched on everything that has to do with cocaine. I did. I think we did. We went on a little bit long for this topic right here. We're going to listen to this song right here. I'm going to explain this song to you when I get back. This is a great song right here. I want you to hear this song right here. And then we're going to discuss it right after, okay? Look at this jam right here, everybody. Look at you. I know you love this song, but you got to understand the lyrics. We're going to discuss it in 1 minute. Here we go. Eric Clapton. We didn't do the Catholic Mini yet because we're not done with this topic yet, ALV. We're not done with this topic yet, so we did not do the Catholic Mini yet. That is up next. Right after we talk about Eric Clapton, we're going to get into the Catholic.
Take her out, cocaine. If you wanna get down on the ground, cocaine. She don't lie, she don't lie, she don't lie, cocaine. If you got bad news, you wanna get the blues, cocaine. When your day is done, then you wanna run, cocaine. She don't lie, she don't lie, she don't lie, cocaine. don't forget this fact. Can't get back cocaine. She don't lie, she don't lie, she don't lie. Cocaine.
All right, we're going to cut it there. We're going to talk about this song, Cocaine. All right, guys? We're going to talk about this song, Cocaine. Why do I want to talk about it? Because I want to talk about it. Eric Clapton, and AOV is correct right there. He did post that. I think he just posted a message. My first friend overdosed at 14 and never stopped until 6 months ago. Just lost another one. Wow. Wow. She doesn't like it, yeah. A lot of kids never get to grow old. You're right. People don't realize the song is about. It's right. He's right. He's right. ALV's right. And I'm going to say one thing about this channel right here. I'm learning something. I'm learning as I do this show. These are things I never learned in life. So what this wonderful platform is doing for me is making me learn so many things. Every day I'm learning something new. As an individual that was barely in school, I use this YouTube and this little social club as a way to learn things. So every day I learned something. I did not know that the song Cocaine by Eric Clapton was actually the opposite of what it was. If you see that song or hear that song, you think it encourages the use of cocaine. But we're going to talk about it right now. Let's get into Eric Clapton for a quick minute. Look, it's a snow day. I have a little bit more time, so I wanted to get into this. And I don't have the best delivery. I am not a personality on here. I don't really know much about what I'm doing, but I am learning. And what I do, hey teacher, is just share with you what I learn. And if it works, it works. All right. Eric Clapton described cocaine as a cleverly anti-cocaine song designed to warn against the drug's dangers. While appearing to celebrate the substance, the lyrics are intentionally ambiguous to avoid feeling preachy, often featuring the added lyric that dirty cocaine in live performances to emphasize the harmful, addictive nature. Okay, I never saw it live. Maybe I'll take a look at one of Eric Clapton's live and check it out. Intentionally ambiguity. Eric Clapton stated that a straightforward anti-drug song often fails to connect, so he chose an ambiguous approach that, upon reflection, reveals its anti-drug message. Live performance modification by Eric Clapton doing cocaine live. To ensure the message was not interpreted as pro-drug, he often added the line, that dirty cocaine, during live performances. The song origin. The song was written by J.J. Cale, not Clapton. Perspective. The lyrics in the song Cocaine describe the effects of the drug. If you got bad news, you want to kick them blues, cocaine. But it highlighted the negative consequences. What a great, I did not know this. And I learned today. You see? You never know. By doing just a couple of keystroke searches, I learned so much today. Wow. I got to tell you, this platform amazes me every day. The shit that I learn. Stoney, it's bad. Stoney, it's bad, and we pray for you, for all of them. It's very sad. Of course, Stoney, you get the support here. It breaks my heart to think about all the lives that have been lost unnecessarily. But we must say it again, AOV, through their own actions. Through their own actions is why we lost these people to this stuff. Do you know my aunt, and I said this before, my cousin was scoring cocaine. I don't even know who that is. You see what I learned just now, Cheech? I have no idea who that is. J.J. Cole or Kel? How would I know that if you didn't just post that right now? I just learned something by Cheech's comment. Right? I have no idea who this guy is. J.J. Cale or Cole? But it goes back to my aunt would give my cousin money so that he wouldn't go snatch a bag to get his fix. Do you understand? And the other aunts would say, but Vera, why? But Vera, why? Why are you giving Johnny money? Because I'm an old lady. That's my son, my only son. Right? My only son. I don't want him snatching a bag. I walk the path mark with my cart. I have a few dollars on me. Maybe that'll help somebody. Maybe my son will not have to snatch a bag or a chain. This was the compassion of my aunt, that she gave my cousin money. Not saying it's for drugs, but knowing it was for drugs. Hey, teacher, can you imagine a mom, an aunt from Italy, having to do this here in this country where they built a life? But again, why did my cousin get involved in it and we did not? Why is that? Because my mother was on it. My grandparents were on me. My grandfather was a key figure in my life. And we had family involved in other things, but never drugs. Gambling, loan shark, and this and that, but never, ever drugs. Good morning, Chicky. Hope you're well this morning. Great to see you. Yeah. So, can you imagine? I just must say it again. Can you imagine my aunt giving my cousin money to protect the public? It's unbelievable. I know, it's terrible. But listen, we talk about this here. Okay, let's get into the Catholic Minute for a minute. And then I'm going to touch on the Tara thing. I don't know what she said. I have no idea. The feast, February 23rd. Here we go. We're getting into the Catholic Minute right now. The feast of St. Polycarp of Smyrna is celebrated in the Catholic Church on February 23rd. As a 2nd century bishop and martyr, again with the martyrs. He was a disciple to St. John the Apostle and is considered one of the 3 chief apostolic fathers alongside Clement of Rome and Ignatius of Antioch. Key details about St. Polycarp. Significance: he was a staunch defender of the church against the heresies, notably Gnosticism during the early Christian era. Martyred at the age of 86. He was burned at the stake, but witnesses reported that the flames did not consume him, leading to his execution by stabbing. My Lord. That's not just martyred. Burned alive. He would not die from the flames. St. Polycarp would not die from the flames. So they stabbed him. Wow. Patroness. If you got an earache. Okay. If you got an earache. How do you like this? St. Polycarp is the patron saint of earache. Some motto. Clean the wax out of your ears. Patron saint is the patron saint of a liturgical celebration. In the Roman Catholic Church, it is an optional memorial. Legacy. His letter to the Philippians is a significant early Christian document. I don't have the early Christian document, but today we celebrate St. Polycarp, who was martyred, burned alive, and then stabbed, or at 86 years old. A 2nd century bishop. It's unbelievable. The martyring is just, it bothers me sometimes. It gets to me a little bit. Okay. I want to talk about yesterday's show. If you don't mind, give me a minute of your time. I did speak about this last night. The Shangri-La's show yesterday affected me greatly. It didn't hold me back from living my day, but it had an effect on me. Because what I would have done after that show, because like I said, I told you guys to do, I did it myself, and I went and watched some of Shangri-La's music. Really deep, looking at them, beautiful young women, making it at the age of, 17, 15, 16, 17. And the lyrics and the songs are beautiful. I love in the Shangri-La's right now. So I watched the Shangri-La's videos, and I'm watching Leader of the Pack, Walking in the Sand, all their songs. And Leader of the Pack, they had a video. They made a video of it. These were girls from the neighborhood. And she fell for the leader of the pack. Now, the guy comes up on a motorcycle. My father drove a motorcycle, and my father drove a 65 GTO convertible, red and black. So here's my mother on the avenue, South Orange Avenue. Here comes Tommy Stigs in a red GTO convertible, tattoo on his arm from the Army, in the Teamsters Union, making money. He had the cigarette pack rolled in his arm. My mother fell for the man. I can do. My father was a handsome man, well dressed, but he was a, I guess you could say a knockaround guy, kind of like a street guy. He was that guy on South Orange Avenue, driving around in a red convertible. My mother fell for him. Now, did my grandpa say, Maria, we have choices. Is Tommy the right guy for you? Leader of the pack, so to speak. Is he the right man for you, Maria? But then my grandfather couldn't be hypocritical either. He was a bookmaker at Westinghouse. What's he going to be? He was a man. He was a bookmaker at Westinghouse. If anybody remembers, the Westinghouse factories were in New Jersey. He took horse action he wasn't a bookmaker. He was selective. He took action on the horses. This is just the way it was back then, guys, within the Italian-American community. So can my grandpa be hypocritical to Maria and say, is this the right guy for you? And when I saw the leader of the pack, something made me want to call my mother and say, Ma, this looks like your story a little bit. Daddy didn't get killed on a motorcycle accident, but he died very young in his sleep, 58 years old. So what do you do? So what does Maria do? She marries Tommy, and they have 2 kids and this and that. They move out of Newark, then move to Belleville, as we were speaking about yesterday with the riot times. So, hey, teacher, just a very interesting story, and I wanted to speak to my mother last night about this. Unfortunately, my mother is not here. I could call my godmother and have a conversation with her. I don't know. Just things that happen. So the Shangri-Las did have an effect on me, and that is a positive thing, not a negative thing. It keeps your brain sharp, keeps you thinking, keeps you wondering, did you grab everything out of your parents that you have a grab out of them while they were here? Some might say yes, some might say no. Yeah. Yep. Right. And that's where we're at with that. So we had our news update from Jimena, which was great. We had, what song is this? We got a song right there. We have looking there. We got this. We got let's so we did everything we're going to do so far as the show goes. So we're going to take a look at, I don't know what Sarah, let me see if she sent me a message here. Hold on a minute. Let me see. Okay. Okay, Stigs. You are spoken about in the episode called Ajira. Okay, are we ready to break the show up a little bit? You want to break this show up a little bit? You're still lucky to have your mother. No. You don't know how lucky you are to have your mother. Let's put it like that, Toro. Every day. Good, Delilah. Well, you were learning from an outside entity, and that's okay. It's not just the parents, Delilah. It's more than that. Good morning, Wyatt, from Delilah. What a great conversation with all of you guys this morning. All right, listen. Let's see what Tara has to say. I have no idea what this is about. I did not watch the show yet, so I'm going to do this with you. Again, I don't know what she says here, guys. So let's check this out. Tara, I think she makes a mention of us.
And not in a way that's too consuming, but I'm doing it because I want to live a fuller, happier life. And we all have, like I said, I have 4 podcasts today and a show tonight and 2 writing sessions tomorrow, then another show. I could get lost in the sauce. I can get so busy and so aggravated by certain things if I don't go, okay, wait, what can I do right now? How did I feel yesterday? What did I do yesterday that worked? What did I do yesterday that didn't work? So, I don't know. I went into this year being like, I never want to feel how I did last year. And I'm talking about it with you guys because I know I'm not in it alone. I can make jokes. I can crack jokes. We could, do the Italian American word, which you guys requested, agita, and I'm doing it. But I always want to pertain it to real life. And I always want these talks to feel like you're sitting down with a friend who's like telling you the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? Like I feel like a really good friend. If you have a really good friend, and I have one, shout out to the friends I don't speak to or see. I can call these women literally and say the greatest thing just happened to me or the worst thing just happened to me. And I'm going to be greeted by a real friend in that moment. It doesn't make a difference if I didn't maintain calling them every day or checking in or, everybody gets busy. I know I have real ones that I don't speak to and see every day. And I kind of feel like that's what I want this podcast to be. I can't always make a joke. I mean, I can say funny things and, I respond to almost everybody's comments, especially if they're on the YouTube link.
Let me explain something to you. So, she doubted herself at times. I'm going to be quite honest with you. She did doubt herself at times. Should I not do this anymore? Is this getting stale? Is it getting old? She's working. The girl is working. And you got to respect the hustle.
But I want to be able to feel like I could say all the good things. And I know you guys are championing me. I know Tommy Stigs just did a video about me performing at Radio City. I mean, the way you guys champion me is unbelievable. But the same goes that I'm going to say things and even get maybe more explicit about the mistakes I've made in my life without being judged, with you guys going, wow, I relate to that or I understand. So that's what I want these coffee talks, or at least the solo coffee talks, to be. Because I'd like to eliminate the agita in your life.
I like the way she does her podcast. I did that weeks ago. I don't even remember when that was. Over a month ago. Good morning, Surviving. Hope you're well, Mac. Yeah, I mentioned Tara a month ago, probably longer than a month ago. She's going to Radio City Music Hall. And so shout out to Tara. That was nice. She gave us a little mention over here. She's just a nice lady. She's just a nice girl working. Her husband, Michael's a great guy. They're good people. She gave up a career of working in the New York City school system in the Bronx to go after her dream. She gave up a career of benefits, consistency, but she felt she found another path and she was not young enough to make that change. And she did it. Well, whatever happens, happens. She can always go. She's certified. So she can go back to this life of regular working class individual versus being a podcaster or comedian, whatever, all these things that she does. So God bless you, Tara. Tara's great. You see, I say Tara. Then I say Sarah. Right? And then I say you guys that do shows. And just keep on doing it. You just got to keep on going and keep on doing it. It's unbelievable. So this show was longer than usual today. Much longer than usual today. I'm going to go out there, and if this snow doesn't kill me, I'll see you guys later on the YouTube streets somewhere. Not sure where. I want to talk about one thing. Rest is the key for social media. I see content creators doing shows. You could hear it in their voice. They're not faring well with their health. I truly believe this. I know. She was on the show, Mac. She was on the show. She came on in the beginning. Go back to the beginning. Probably about 10 minutes in, Jimena came on and explained the whole situation right from her house, her apartment. So I could see it with my own eyes. People are doing shows visibly exhausted and their health is deteriorating. We are not built to go against the grain. You need your rest proper. You need hydration proper. You need vitamina. You need vitamins proper. I'm over 50 years old. I take Centrum Silver. I take the vitamins. I eat my fruits. I eat my vegetables. And you can see when I come on, I'm good. I'm good. My energy level is right. I should never appear physically ill. You got to come on here, hey teacher, fresh, strong. You want to do it. You want it to be positive. Now, if you can't do that, you got to step back. You got to step back. That's just the way I see it. And I'm seeing some people that do have extreme talent and they're wasting it by pushing themselves. You could hear their voices, the congestion in their voices, the tiredness. Now they're just trying to grind through a show. And that's not the proper way to do it. Listen, I've come across a lot of people on here. And I have no ill will, I guess you could say, to anybody that I've come across. I mean, none. Even those that might hate me. I want them to be healthy, be with their families as long as they can be with their families. We got people in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. We got Wyatt Earp, 80s. We want them to be around. We don't want anybody going anywhere. Right? Somebody drops dead. There's family outside of this YouTube thing. We log off of this YouTube. We got family that loves us, appreciates us, needs us, leans on us. Grandchildren, children, friends, aunts, cousin, sick family members. They need you to be ready at a moment's notice. You can't be taxing yourself on social media. For what purpose? Subscriber counts? Cash apps? Super chats? What are you doing? At what cost? At what cost? You get off this YouTube exhausted, no voice, congested, tired, beat up. And then you got an emergency in your family. I'm sorry, guys. That's just irresponsible. I am ready at any moment for a call from anybody with an emergency. Any moment. The car is facing out of the driveway, which means I'm ready to go. The car has gas in it. I'm ready to go. I am well rested. I'm ready to go at a moment's notice. When my kids are working, I stay local. I'm around. I'm within 15 minutes of their location. This is how I choose to live. A clean, you could call it somewhat boring lifestyle, but I am able to be. Toro can call me right now, Stigs. I got a problem. I'm in Bensonhurst. Stigs, I'm stuck. I got nobody. Somehow, Stigs, I made it down to Manhattan Beach. I know you're 35 minutes from me. Can you come and give me a hand? I'm there. Right? They can do us a little far. 6 hours, that might be a little bit of a stretch. Stony Tony, Stigs, I need you in Philly. I got an emergency. I'm in Philly in 2 hours. Right? You understand? War, we are ready. Because you know that you could call me. You know it. You could call me. You got my number. This ain't no bullshit over here. I'm ready to help anybody in a moment's notice. Any of my friends. Any of my family. That is my responsibility as a responsible man, father, son, significant other, cousin. Anybody that knows me knows. And if I can't get there, there's a valid reason, but I'm going to talk to you well, and I'm going to reach out to somebody that is near you that can help you. My resources are wide, and I would be able to help you, right? The plow came off my truck. Stigs, you got a guy out here? Huh. I'm in the Cross Bronx. And this is how we do things. And I am kind of proud that we built this little community in this way. So look, we come up here for moral support. I can't go help Jimena physically, but if she felt good this morning talking about her situation out there in Mexico, we did our job. Yep. So what the problem is with a lot of people, they are looking for love in all the wrong places. They're looking for it here on YouTube. What are you looking for? It's next to you. Your grandchildren are next to you. You're looking for valid. You are somebody's hero. Do you believe it or not? Somebody might hate you on YouTube. You are somebody's hero. You got to be that superhero. Nana, nona, papa, grandpa, abuelo, abuela, whatever it is that you call, honey. You got to be ready to answer the call. I'm sorry. You got to be the rock for somebody. Unfortunately, people get consumed in this disaster. The people that hate you on YouTube, you don't need to respond to these individuals. The people that criticize you, you don't need to respond to these people. Who are they? That they are earning of. I'm going to say it. They are earning of your minute to address them. How did you let them in your space? How did you let them take over your brain? Let's go. Let's get some real fucking learning here at the social club. How are you letting somebody get into your brain? Who are these avatars that you need to prove yourself to? You don't need to prove yourself to anybody. I will go fuck yourself is what I'll tell you. Prove myself to interrogate me. Who are you? I got to answer to you? No. The woman I answer to, she's up in heaven right now. And I'm still guided. And I will be guided till my last breath from my mother. If today is my last day on earth, I made a mark in my life. I did it. I pulled it off. My kids are where they need to be. Right? My girls' kids are where they need to be. I taught 5 kids how to drive a car. 5 kids how to drive a car. Well, 4, but taught 4 kids how to drive a car. What are you talking about? Huh? Attended sporting events for 4 children. 2 of my own and 2 of my girls. I did my thing. God forbid it's my last day. I made my mark because I was there. I was present. Fortunate to have an employer that gave me the opportunity of a lifetime 30 years ago, changing my life around 25, whatever it is, years ago. Fortunate that my employer, my boss, gives me a beautiful work-to-life balance. All kidding aside, we break balls. I'm there, I'm doing this, I'm all over the place, but I have a great, wonderful work-to-life balance. And I'm able to be present for every single thing. I don't miss a trick. I didn't miss a doctor's appointment. I didn't miss an ultrasound from when my kids were conceived. Not one ultrasound did I miss. Not one meal at 5 o'clock did I miss. Nothing. Riverside, California. That might be a little bit of a stretch. Right. When my son was sick, I was next to him until I knew he was going to live. Not until that moment. My wife slept at the hotel, at the hospital next to my son when he was on breathing tubes and feeding tubes and you name it. My son was basically on life support. I went home because my daughter was home. My son was in the hospital on tubes. Who took care of Tori? I was home with Tori. Got coverage from only family members because nobody watched my kids except family members ever. Only family members watched my kids. So Tori's home. She's only 18 months old. Thomas is in intensive care. My job was very, very flexible with me. You do what you have to do. Take care of your son. We hope the best. He survived, thankfully. He was near death, but he survived. There before the grace of God. And I was there every day. So I'm home taking care of Tori. My wife is at the hospital with Thomas, with my mother-in-law. They slept there every day. They never came home. Right? My father-in-law and myself, we took care of things around the house. And we shifted in and out. Family members coming to watch Toriana. No strangers in the house. So I put my time in. I did my thing. If today, God forbid, it's my last day on this earth, hey, it is what it is. I did my time. I did what I'm supposed to do. The problem with people on social media is they're looking for love in all the wrong places, guys. Tommy, he gave you the opportunity, but you earned that job. Yes, 100%. White Earth, it's a little bit far. A little bit far. Real talk, Bull. That's what we do here. It's boring to some. That's quite all right. I'm not concerned with being boring or having the shock effect. It's not. I don't really care about that. I'm good with this platform here. I don't whatever. It is what it is. Push the button and I talk like I was told to do 5 years ago, and that's what I'm going to continue to do. I mean, really, you know what I mean, Toro? These are the things that people forget. As you're out there plowing snow and doing this and that, somebody guided you, Toro, and your pop was a great man. Your pop was a wonderful man. The funny stories, Toro, that you can't really say on here. But the funny stories we know about your pop, we're never going to say them on the internet, but we know them. But somebody gave you the structure to push that truck, grab those two guys to work with you this week, get that snow cleared, do your job, be an incredible husband. This guy, let me explain to you something. This guy, as far as a husband and a pop, oh, no. Second to none. No. You guys don't see what I see. And that's okay. There's private stuff on here. You guys don't see what I see. But this guy, Toro, forget it. See no evil? Incredible. AOV. They ain't do. All these people up here. What kind of son was Stony Tony? Come on. Incredible. Joey Dell respects, loves his family. You could see when they put Magooch, you can't make him like this. Doesn't happen anymore. I could go on. And for the ladies, come on, Delilah, I know she's going to break her husband's balls about the thing. Hey, teacher, these are all individuals. Jimena, Mac, Donna's doing it, Zelda, they're all incredible. So somehow, Martha Fowler, this group found each other over here. We come in and out. We go in and out. We go in and out. We found wonderful individuals here. Wonderful. Right? Some come, some go. I mean, can't explain to you how we found these, all of these stable, all of the individuals that come through this social club on a weekly basis. You can't pay for this. You can't build. It's impossible. You just can't. How did it happen? I don't know. Right? Very few people are here from a community that I came out of. Very few. So we built it. It's brick and mortar. Listen, guys, looking for love in all the wrong places. Hey, teacher, was that a John Travolta film, Looking for Love? What was it from? John Travolta did a movie, Looking for Love, and all the... What was that, a cowboy movie? I think. Well, listen. We got a long show here, guys. We got a very long show here, guys. Yes. Well, we're going to end it right there. It's time to go. Here, Looking for Love in all the wrong places. We're going out with this jam right here. Where is it? Looking for Love. Here we go. We're out of here, guys. I got to go. Tommy Stigs, wishing you all well. I'll see you on the YouTube streets throughout the day. It's time for me to get out of here. I do appreciate each and every one of you. What a wonderful day with you guys at the Social Club. Tommy Stigs, wishing you all well. Ciao. 4.
Well, I spent a lifetime looking for you. Single bars and good time lovers were never true. Playing a fool's game, hoping to win, and telling those sweet lies and losing again. I was looking for love in all the wrong places, looking for love in too many faces, searching their eyes, looking for traces of what I'm dreaming of, hoping to find a friend and a lover. I'll bless the day I discover another heart, looking for love. And I was alone then, no love in sight. I did everything I could to get me through the night. Don't know where it started or where it might end. I turned to a stranger just like a friend, 'cause I was looking for love in all the wrong places, looking for love in too many faces, searching their eyes, looking for traces of what I'm dreaming of, hoping to find a friend and a lover. I'm blessed today I discover another heart looking for love. And you came a-knocking at my heart's door, get everything I've been looking for. There's no more looking for love in all the wrong places, looking for love in too many faces, searching their eyes, looking for traces of what I'm dreaming of. Now that I found a friend and a lover, God bless the day I discovered you. Oh, you, looking for love in all the wrong places, in too many faces, searching their eyes, looking for traces of what I'm dreaming of. Now that I found a friend and a lover, God bless the day I discovered you. Oh, you, looking for love